Welcome back, everybody. It's one half of your favorite boys from the podcast from Saturdays to Sundays. I'm one of your hosts, Kale. It's Tuesday, so you know what Tuesday is. It's a college football episode. And just a little clarification, old Cameron is still on vacation. I'm still without him. You guys are stuck with silly willy old me. But nah, we got this. We all right. We good. Man, I can't wait to talk to you guys about some college football. And we have a lot to discuss, from more transfer portal news to college playoffs to bowl games to college players declaring for the NFL draft. It's awesome, man. I can't wait to talk about it all with you. We got a lot to cover. So let's do it. Let's just dive right into this. So we got a couple of major players from the college players declaring for the NFL draft. And one of them being Jordan Tyson declared officially out of Arizona State. Big name out there. Keldrick Falk, edge out of Auburn, also declared. We have TJ Parker, an edge out of Clemson. He also declared. Antonio Williams declared. Peter Woods declared. And I'm hoping to God I'm not butchering this name, but I probably will be. Avion Terrell, a corner out of Clemson. Clemson with some big name players declaring for the NFL draft. I'm only going to name the big ones. That's kind of like up in the air on what you guys think is big, but these are my big name players that have declared for the NFL draft. Aaron Anderson, wide receiver out of LSU, declared. Good on him. Emmett Johnson, running back, Nebraska, declared. We have two running backs out of Notre Dame. We have Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. And then South Carolina, we have Jalen Kilgore, a safety. Tennessee, Chris Brazel II, wideout. Jermod McCoy, cornerback, out of Tennessee. Both those players out of Tennessee. Texas, Anthony Hill Jr., linebacker. Malik Muhammad, cornerback. USC, Jacoby Lane, wide receiver. Makai Lemon, the Biletnikoff Award winner, declared. And Caleb Lemieux, I'm butchering that name, sorry. O-lineman out of Utah. Some big names. Obviously, we're going to hear more as we progress throughout the weeks and the months and the days. You guys know how it goes. But that's just some of the big names that have declared for the NFL draft. I'm excited to hear more, but those are just the big names. But we do have to talk about some updated transfer portals. So Cam and I did talk about some of the big namers. Obviously, he talked about the big name, low namers, if you guys get my drift here, out of the last podcast that he was in. So some of the names that have been transpiraling out of the latest one is the number one, Chaz Coleman. He is a edge out of Penn State. This guy was a wrecking ball at 6'4", 246 pounds. He was a 4-star prospect, but now he is a 5-star prospect, number one overall, and the number one overall edge. I have no crystal ball about where they think he's going to play. Obviously, there's that up in the air about, might be going to some Virginia Tech action because James Franklin, or he might be going someplace else. It's too hard to tell. I don't really know. They're comparing him. Some of the evaluations and the scouting reports that I've been getting is Harold Landry, which that's very interesting because Harold's kind of hit or miss in the NFL. But we'll just see where he goes. That was one of the big namers that last time we talked wasn't out there. So let's keep this moving. Byron Brown, man, this one I love I love this dude. He was awesome at the University of South Florida. I'm surprised he didn't stay, but maybe he just wants to go where the high profiling is and everything like that. As a prospect, he was a 3-star, and then as a transfer, he is a 4-star, number 6 overall, number 4th QB overall at 6'3", 232 pounds. I love Byron Brown, and I wish Cam was here to talk about this a little bit more with me, but this guy's a stud. He didn't play in the bowl game, obviously. Save his bowl games are hit or miss. I don't really know, but I would have loved to see him play, but he was probably just trying to get his himself just out there and maybe going somewhere else so he didn't want to get injured. I get that a lot, but I'm curious to see where he'll go. Obviously, selfishly, I'm a Bama fan. Would love this motherfucker on Bama, or I don't think Illinois is going to get him. Illinois, I think, is just a lateral move from South Florida. But you never know, man. It's a crazy world that we live in with the NIL and the motherfucking transfer portal. So many people leaving. It's just every day nonstop. If you follow an Instagram page like the transfer portal, or just turn on your fucking sports app, you'll get new, fresh news about a transfer portal. And like, it's crazy to me, man. So moving right along, we got Buddy out of LSU, and again, I'm so bad with names, so I apologize. Carius Kiernan, I'm butchering that. Sorry, people. I'm not going to try too hard. He is an O lineman out of LSU. 6'5", 320 pounds. That is a big boy. He has big ticks right there. As a prospect, he was a 4-star, not too shabby. As a transfer, he is also a 4-star. This guy, I mean, not really a whole lot to say. It's an O lineman. You know, he's just moving. Like, LSU's a pretty big school. Like, I don't really know why he's leaving, but, you know, you get paid more money, you'll do anything, I guess. I don't really know. So, this is one that I like a lot. Amarion Miller out of Colorado, wide receiver. I'm interested in this one. Colorado's kind of losing some decent players in the transfer portal. I don't know what that's all about. It's fucking weird. Deion's not keeping him, but at 6'2", 210, he was a 4-star prospect, 4-star transfer portal. This guy was a stud. I mean, this dude is just... his stats for 2025, 807 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns, 44 receptions. Not bad, honestly. This guy was definitely just a ball hawk. We'll see what he does, man. Wide receiver, obviously we got wide receiver U, and with Brian Hartline leaving, like, I don't really know, man. We'll see what happens, but that's just another big name transferring. And probably one of the biggest ones in my mind in recent days was Rocco Beck leaving Iowa State. This guy... 6'1", 210. As a prospect, he was a 3-star. And as a transfer, he's a 4-star. 11 overall in the 5th QB off the board. In 2025, he had 2,584 passing yards, 16 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 116 rushing yards with 8 rushing touchdowns. Not too bad, man. This dude is a redshirt senior, maybe? I don't really know. I have my suspicions on where I think this dude is going. I think I've talked about this on podcast, maybe with Cam or maybe off of it, but I really do think this dude's probably going to go to Penn State because his head coach, Matt Campbell, went there. There's no other place I'd pick for Rocco Beck to go than Penn State. It's pretty obvious. If he goes anywhere else, I would honestly God be shooketh. But nah, we're calling it how we see it. Rocco Beck, Penn State. I'll put $5 on it, people. You already know. And the one that I really love this dude, and I hope his quarterback leaves, but I also don't. I have like a weird love relationship. My boy Hollywood Smothers out of NC State, running back. What a fucking name, people. Cam and I have talked about this dude a lot, and this dude popped off this past season. At 5'11", 195 pounds, he was a 3-star prospect coming into college football, but now he's a 4-star transfer. Number 1 running back in the portal. Currently the 13th overall player in the portal, though. He, this past year, ran for 939 yards, almost 1,000, but not too shabby, honestly. 6 rushing touchdowns, 189 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown, people. I'm curious where Hollywood's going to go. I loved watching NC State. I've talked about this at length. CJ Bailey was one of my main dogs this past year. And that two dual threat combo that they had with a running back and quarterback, like, I love it. I really, really, really want this dude to go to Alabama. I mean, what a fucking name, man. Hollywood Smothers. You just love it, bro. So I want him selfishly at Alabama. I can't really predict or crystal ball where I think he's going to go, people. But if I had it my way, selfishly, Alabama all the way. Or, we'll throw Cam a bone, I guess, and fucking Oregon. I don't know. People. I don't know. I'm curious if we did talk about this, but if I did, I apologize. I have short-term memory. Josh Hoover out of TCU, the 6'2", 200-pound quarterback, a 3-star prospect, going into the college football world, and then now as a transfer 4-star. He, in his past year, threw for 3,472 yards, 29 passing touchdowns, 13 interceptions, kind of hit or miss. A whopping 4 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. He's a quarterback, not really a mobile quarterback. Mobile. We'll see where he goes. Again, don't really know. It's just any team could use a quarterback. I mean, TCU not really looking like the best at the moment. It's interesting. That was a big name that came out of the transfer portal this past week, so we'll see what happens, man. I really don't know. And to keep it moving, we're getting into like I know some of these dudes, but I don't really have a whole lot to say about them, unfortunately. Let me just keep looking here real quick, everybody. If you go on 24/7 Sports, you can see a lot of this. This is what I'm using at the moment. We talked about Danny Scudero, or however you fucking pronounce his name, unfortunately. The one, I guess, this is kind of a big namer, I guess, Luke Cromanhook. I hope I'm pronouncing his name. Don't really know. Butchered it. My boy out of Mississippi State. 6'4", 220 pounds, 4-star prospect coming in, 3-star transfer. The 83rd ranked overall prospect and the 14th quarterback. My boy didn't really do a whole lot. My dude's been kind of in the transfer portal a lot. I remember he enrolled in Florida State, then transferred to Mississippi State. So kind of your everyday transfer portal guy, doesn't really have a whole lot of stats to back up his play. 20 passing yards. He has 1 rushing touchdown. So my boy just hasn't really done much in the college football world per se. Yeah, there's not really just a whole lot to talk about. But the big one for me was Byron Brown, man. I am very excited to see where this guy goes. I'm hoping he gets paid well and he keeps performing. My boy is a stud. Marion Miller, another huge name. Rocco Beck, obviously. Yeah, man, it's the transfer portal world is crazy. It's fucking insane, dude. And I really just, it's crazy. So that's really all I have to say about the transfer portal. Not really a whole lot. I know we're moving. These will be quick episodes, unfortunately for you guys, just because I don't have my co-host, little Pookie, my Camwin. But obviously, we had the college football playoffs. I want to talk about some of that, and then we'll get to the bowl games, then upcoming games. I'm curious because I know that I picked Alabama, and that was probably the biggest game over the weekend. I would say so, selfishly. So, I do know that Oklahoma was 1.5-point favorites. Alabama went into Norman, Oklahoma. First quarter, fucking terrible, guys. They played like shit. I was at a bar. My buddy came home. He actually went to school at Oklahoma. Shout out my boy Cole. Got a couple brewskis with them. Watched the game. Half at the bar, half here at my place. But what I'm getting at, I digress, is that first quarter, terrible. It looked like it was falling apart for us very, very, very fucking quickly. But then, Alabama adjusted when they needed to, and good on them, man. They had a pick 6. They blocked a punt to set them up in field goal range, tied 17-17 at the half. And then, I'm not going to say we ran away from it. Honestly, it felt like luck a little bit. But, John Mateer did have himself a decent game at 307 passing yards. Ty Simpson's 232, and rushing not really existent for both teams. Dante Hill, if I'm pronouncing his name right, Daniel Hill, my apologies, Daniel Hill for 43 rushing yards, and the Oklahoma quarterback Troy Blaylock for a whopping 36. Not really a whole lot of rushing. More passing. I do know the Oklahoma wideout Deion Burks, 107 yards, 1 touchdown, 7 receptions. It was a good game, honestly. Obviously, selfishly, I'm happy. We do have a big test in front of us. Get to that later, talking about the past games. But it was very so in Oklahoma's favor. They missed field goals. Buddy was like the Lou Gorzo Award winner for kicking this past year. So a lot of luck. But also we did make good adjustments this past or in the second half. Kalen DeBoer did coach Brett Venables out, I'll say, in the second half. And fuck the goddamn ref for blatantly walking into him, because that was not sideline interference. You can kiss my ass. I don't care who you are. That's some fucking bullshit, and y'all know it. Don't want to get too much into that. We got the dub, but that fucking flag really pissed me off, though, on God. So, moving right along, people. Great game. But then the first game Saturday, Miami at College Station, Texas A&M. I, honest to God, was not expecting this win. It was a very defensive matchup. No offenses really were clicking, honestly. I wasn't going to say it was boring, but with how it looked, it just seemed like every team wasn't capitalizing off a missed field goal, because there was a lot of that. The wind was fucking blowing in College Station, people. Each kicker missed a field goal. That was crazy. Don't know how that happened. Fucking insane. And just I honestly didn't think, I didn't care who won this game. I was happy for either team, but I was expecting Texas A&M to win. And them losing two of the last games, their conference, and then losing this game, I don't really know how I feel about Texas A&M. I'm curious what next year will bring. But Miami, I'm not going to say Miami's a threat because I don't think they are. I'm not going to say either of these two teams got lucky, but the win wasn't commanding because you play number 2 Ohio State next, and I'm not so sure about Miami pulling this out. I know there's some history with these two teams back in the early 2000s in the national championship games, and a missed PI call or a not missed PI call. You can take it with how you will. I don't want to piss off a Miami or Ohio State fan. It's crazy, though, but I am excited for this game. But with how Miami played, they got to lock it up, man. Mario Cristobal's got to get these boys playing. So we'll see what happens. Kind of a boring game. Miami 10-3. The last 2 minutes of this game in the fourth quarter were kind of intense, though. I was screaming and yelling on my phone. I was at a birthday party, Christmas party, and I had to contain myself. But it was lit, man. It was lit. I'm excited for the upcoming game. And then moving on to the other game. Tulane at Ole Miss. Kind of anticlimactic. I think we all kind of knew. Cam would probably tear me a new one if I said this. It was an obvious win for Ole Miss, but I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about an obvious win. I want to talk about how Ole Miss very commandingly beat the shit out of a number 11 Tulane without their motherfucking asshole douchebag of an ex-head coach, Lane Kiffin, fuck-ass left. Pete Golding got those boys playing, and good on them, man, because they play Georgia next. Trinidad Chain was 282 passing. And Jake Retzloff, man, he didn't have himself a half-bad game either. 306, 1 tuggy, 1 interception. I don't want to keep pissing off Cam, but there is levels to this shit. Group of 5, SEC. It is what it is. I wasn't expecting Tulane to really even have a chance on this game, unfortunately. He would kick my ass, but it is what it is. I don't really care. I'm going to talk a little shit here. I didn't really give a shit who won, but 41-10 commanding win. Good on them. Not really a whole lot to say. And then moving on to you guys want to talk about a fucking commanding win. Number 5, Oregon against number 12, JMU. Actually, this really isn't. I mean, it's a commanding win, but good on JMU, man. They got 34 points against number 5, Oregon, 51 at Autzen Stadium at Eugene. That's kind of crazy, man. I'm not going to say the JMU, the first half, scored 3 points in the first quarter and then the second quarter. And then in the next half, they kind of did a little more, but Oregon's just Oregon. Oregon's a powerhouse. JMU, again, another group of 5 team. Not a bad team, but again, there's levels to these shit. Dante Moore, 313, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Alonzo Barnett, the third, 273, 2 touchdowns. And then I think the running backs for JMU, my boy, Wayne Nye, my boy, 110 yards on 17 rushing attempts, 0 rushing touchdowns, but it's okay. It's fucking okay, my boys. It's all good. Not a bad game. I did watch this game, but I also had the Bears-Packer game on, which we'll get to that in another episode. But overall, this game, good on Oregon, but each team has a very challenging test in front of them, guys. It's looking really exciting, but hold on. I do want to give a shout out because I'm not going to say where I live, but I think you guys will eventually figure it out. I work for a college team that is currently in the FCS championship. My fucking Illinois State Redbirds on a Cinderella run from out of fucking nowhere at 12-4, third in the Mountain West Conference, are in the championship against. My God, I am so pumped. I like literally today I was working and everybody is just that I work with is losing their mind about this. It's honestly insane, people. God damn it, where is it? I don't want to get the Montanas mixed up because it's gonna fucking piss me off. God damn it. Hold on, everybody. Okay, so Monday, January 5th, it's Illinois State versus Montana State, 6:30 p.m. Tune into that. Illinois State beat Villanova 30-14. It was kind of an impressive win. Illinois State, sorry guys. Illinois State is kind of, it is a Cinderella team, but they're winning. So they played North Dakota State 1-1. I know Kyle Rittenhouse threw God knows how many interceptions. Then UC David 42-31. Awesome win. And then Villanova 30-14. That's an ass beating. Now they got to play Montana State. I'm hoping that they get this. This would be awesome for the college. And obviously, selfishly, like, it's not my alma mater, but I work for them. Like, it would be awesome to see this team win. I just wanted to give them a little shout out because they do definitely deserve it. Everybody was thinking Illinois State wasn't shit, but the Redbirds do what the Redbirds do. And we win. So anyway, let me pull myself back after all of that. That was crazy, people. That was crazy. You don't even understand. You need to freaking understand. But moving back on. So, obviously, New Year's Day. We got 4 games back to back. And I'm going to give you my motherfucking pick and my motherfucking evaluation on how each team is going to perform and how and who's going to win. So, let's start off with the Capital One Orange Bowl. That is the first. I hope it's the first game. Yeah, motherfuckers, it's the first game. You got number 5, Oregon number 5, Oregon. Number 4, Texas Tech. I really wish Cam was here. I can't even stress that because this would be an awesome game to talk about with my boy, but we still will when he comes back. But I'm going to talk about it. So as of right now, Oregon is 1.5-point favorites against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. All right, this game's at 11 a.m., January 1st, as I said before. And as of right now, Oregon being favorites is kind of crazy in my mind. And here's what I think. So, the Texas Tech Raiders, we have talked about them at length, as we like to say on this podcast. And their defense, saw it against BYU, conference championship game. That defense ain't no joke. Offense, it's okay. It gets the job done. Baron Morton, he does what he does. Like, you need him to perform what he does. Like, we get all that. We get all that, people. But the cool thing about this game is it's a high-powered offense of the Oregon Ducks against a suffocating defense of the Red Raiders. As of right now, and this is as of right now, this will change, but as of right now, I'm picking the Texas Tech Raiders. It's just what my gut feeling is. It just is what it is. I don't really, the defense wins championships, people. And I'm not going to sit here and say Oregon doesn't have a good defense because it is a good defense too. Top 5 in college playoffs. But when I just look at Texas Tech and David Bailey, Jacob Rodriguez, like those boys they scare me, guys. They fucking scare me. And time will tell January 1st at 11 a.m. So as of right now, Texas Tech all the way. Red Raiders. But still love Oregon. Sorry, Cam. You'll probably be annoyed with this pick. Maybe you won't. I mean, we love college football and parity. We're usually similar sometimes on picks, but sometimes not. But that's where I'm picking Texas Tech. And now, the game after that is, hold on, let me make sure I give you guys the correct information, is number 9, Alabama, facing number 1, Indiana Hoosiers at the Rose Bowl. As of now, the Indiana Hoosiers are, where did it fucking go? God damn it. I think it was, hold on, bear with me, people, bear with me. 7.5, 7? Holy shit, 7 points the favorites for the Indiana Hoosiers. So I'm going to kind of talk about this a little bit more just because I'm selfish. So, the past couple of episodes with college football and Bama, defense been stepping up. Defense, they've been stepping up. But the one thing that Alabama can't get, figured out is their fucking run game. And it's really pissing me off because Indiana's defense in the run, holy shit, it's good. And then they got a two-headed monster with the 2 backs in Indiana. I apologize. Can't say their names off the top of my head. If this game, I feel like, is going to decide about the run game and defense. And I think Indiana, they're right with how they're only 7-point favorites. Obviously, selfishly, I want Alabama to win. And I think both teams have a chip on their shoulder. And let me explain why, people. You got the number 1 Indiana Hoosiers. You got the Heisman winner of Fernando Mendoza. And you got the conference Big Ten. You got the Alabama Crimson Tide, who are still trying to prove themselves that they're the shit without Nick Saban's shadow weighing over them. This is Kalen DeBoer's team, and each team has something to prove. I think this will be the game of the day, honestly, because every college playoff game is on the same day, January 1st. But with that being said, I'm still rocking Indiana, but I'm going to tightrope you guys just here. My pick is in Indiana, but if we want to talk about experience and just players and like speed, tenacity, and size. I'm giving that to Alabama still. I don't care. This will be my SEC bias coming in, and Cam probably won't like that, but I don't care. Like, there is levels to this shit, and Indiana's getting there. They have proven it. Like, they have changed my mind. They are ranked number 1 for a reason. They are the Heisman. They have the Heisman winner for a reason. Kurt Cignetti is a dog of a head coach, but still is Kalen DeBoer. And I mean, it's Indiana. I don't want to talk in circles. I'm really, really, really excited for this game. I cannot wait because I know those fucking Indiana fans were chirping that they want Bama, and now you have Bama. So you'll see if back your shit up, pimp. And if you do, good on you. But like, Bama still ain't no joke. It's Bama for a reason. Like, everybody wants to keep counting Bama out and keep counting them out. I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. Like, y'all thought we were gonna lose to Oklahoma. I straight up pick Alabama. Like, I know we lost to them couple weeks ago, but I don't give a shit. That's the past. We beat them now. We're in the Rose Bowl. Eat my ass. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But that's enough about that. Then we got the motherfucking Goodyear Bowl at 6:30 p.m. Oh, holy shit. I was wrong, people. That's motherfucking New Year's Eve. Shit. I was wrong. My bad. I don't really give a fuck. Goodyear Bowl, that's the first. God damn it. Number 10, Miami. Number 2, Ohio State, 6:30 p.m. December 31st, Miami. Stutter, hello. Ohio State is, where did it go? God damn it, I keep moving. 9.5-point favorites. That's commendable. That's respectable. I'm rocking with the Ohio State Buckeyes, honestly. Defense, number 1 in the league. I'm almost positive. I just think that they have more special team players. Ohio State does. I think Bo Jackson is a better running back that they have. I love that Miami has Malachi Toney. He is a fucking threat at wide receiver, and they have the Toney package, and I get all that. And Carson Beck, like, he's so weird because when you want him to play, like, it's just so hit or miss with him, and sometimes I just don't fucking trust that boy. And I don't know how I feel of him. And Ohio State's been here. They're the defending national championships. And nothing is swaying me for Miami. If Miami somehow pulls us out of their ass, and holy shit, I wouldn't have called that. But I just think it's Ohio State, man. Julian Sain, Jeremiah Love, Cardinal Tate, Brandon Ennis. Like, I can go on and on and on. Like, I just, everything's telling me, or fucking Ohio State. Like, I don't know. The defense is amazing. Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs. My mistake. I mean, it's just Ohio State. I don't have a whole lot to say about this, so I'm not going to keep talking in circles. And then the final one at 7 p.m. January 1st. Number 6, Ole Miss against number 3, Georgia. Georgia is 6.5-point favorites. I'm going to piss some Georgia fans off. I do not think you're a threat. I think you do these stupid dink and duck fucking RPO plays. This is Georgia's playbook, and I'm a little bit salty about the last conference championship games, but I found out a lot about Georgia. I don't care if it works. I'm going to talk shit about you because y'all fucking piss me off. It's these fucking stupid RPO plays where you get 3 or 4 yards, and then you run a halfback dive up the middle for another 3, and then somehow you're in 3rd and 1 or 3 and 2, and you do the same fucking shit. You saw how when you passed it deep, you didn't do anything in the conference championship game? That's all you are. And even if you do win, which I'm picking fucking Ole Miss to this game, I don't give a shit. Like, you keep getting lucky. I don't care. And yeah, you beat Alabama. I still don't give a shit. I still don't care. It's Ole Miss all the way. I'm rocking with Ole Miss. This is one of my upset picks. I don't give a shit. Cam would probably say sober up a little bit, but there's nothing that's enticing me to pick Georgia with this. I don't think they're a threat. And even if they do win, it's Ohio State, and I'm picking Ohio State. You're not making it to the championship, so enjoy this while it lasts. This is me more so talking shit. I don't think you guys are the shit, so have fun with that. That's all I have to say about that. Go fuck you guys. Fuck you, Georgia, you little shit fuckers. But yeah, that's coming up here soon. It's in a couple weeks. We got let me check my calendar real quick, people. It's next week, so coming up here pretty fucking quickly. That's all about the college playoffs. Now I want to talk about some bowl games with y'all. I'm sorry I don't have the sheet of paper on me right now. I know Cam and I have talked about some of the games in the past. We did talk about the Boise State and Washington game. Troy versus Jacksonville State. Jacksonville won. Jacksonville State won 17-13. Not really a whole lot to talk about that. The Old Dominion game, South Florida. kind of what Cam and I expected. We said Byron Brown was going to, take off. He wasn't. He was coaching. Cam and I both picked Old Dominion 24-10. Not really a whole lot to say about that. The upset for me, I do remember losing. I picked Louisiana against Delaware. Delaware pulled us out 20-13. Lunch Winfield. I still can't believe that is a fucking name for a person. In this bowl game, passed for 231 yards, 1 touchdown. Hold please, everybody. Hold please. That's really all I have to say about that. Moving on to Thursday's game. It was Missouri State against Arkansas State. Arkansas State won this game 34-28. Jacob Clark, 349 passing yards, not touchdowns. That'd be wild if you pass for 349 passing touchdowns. That's crazy. And then I do remember, so yesterday, people, Washington State against Utah State. I did pick Utah State. Washington State won this game, guys, 34-21. That's fucking insane. All right, so a little update about the picks today. It's Tuesday. It's college football. We know that. We get that. I know Cam and I have both talked about the Toledo and Louisville matchup. As of now, with this game being out, Right now as I'm recording. I'm picking Louisville. I think I still pick Louisville. Louisville is 12.5 point favorites. We're rocking with Louisville. I don't really think Toledo. Meh. Then moving on to Western Kentucky versus Southern Miss. I'm almost positive I pick Western Kentucky, but University of Southern Miss is 1.5 point favorites. I'm going to rock with Western Kentucky. People still, this might be repetitive and redundant, but we giving you the updated pickies. The updated picks. Come on now. And then the New Orleans Bowl, UNLV, Ohio. I'm going to rock with Ohio. I know UNLV is 6.5 point favorites. I think I still am rocking with Ohio. I know in the past episodes we did talk about this. I'm almost positive we did. So it's Ohio all the way. Let's go Parker Navarro. I think these boys got it. I know UNLV is probably a better team, but I'm rocking with Ohio. And I think the boys will be playing. So, the motherfucker Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Cal at Hawaii. This is in Honolulu, Hawaii. Hawaii is 1.5 point the favorites. Again, I'm having a fucking brain fart, people. I don't remember if we talked about this. This is a New Year's Eve game. Look at that. I'm going to rock with Hawaii. I'm going to rock with the favorites here. Hawaii's 1.5 point favorites. I'm going to rock with them. Lean with them, rock with them, lean with them, rock with them. And then Friday, December 26th, Central Michigan versus Northwestern. This is the Game above Sports Bowl. What the fuck? I think Cam and I should talk about who fucking randomly chat GBTs, these random name generators, these fucking names, because I feel like they pay a person to just randomly fucking make names up, and some of them are just so funny that I think they're not real. If that makes any sense. How can we make this fucking shit up? How can we get so bizarre that we can make stupid names up? The Game above Sports Bowl, anyway. I'm getting off on a tangent here. Northwestern is 10.5 point favorites in Central Michigan. Who do I want to pick? This is in Ford. The Ford Field. Oh, wow. Detroit, Michigan. Look at that. The Northwestern Wildcats were 6-6 in the Big Ten, and Central Michigan. God damn it. Where did it go? My motherfucking laptop pissed me off. 7-5 in the MAC, Central Michigan, Chippewas. You know what? I'm going to pick an upset alert here, people. I'm rocking with Central Michigan. I think when it comes to the MACs are when it comes to MAC teams and bowl games, it's like their Super Bowl. I feel like they want it more, if you get what I mean. I feel like these players want it more, so I'm going to rock with Central Michigan. Moving on to the Rate Bowl at the Chase Field, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm pretty sure that's where the Diamondbacks play. It's New Mexico against Minnesota. Minnesota is 2.5. No, they're not. Wait. Is that Minnesota? Yeah, okay, it's Minnesota. Minnesota is 2.5 point favorites. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to rock with Minnesota. Cam and I have talked about this on the podcast and off the podcast. Minnesota, all they want to be is just 6-6. I get that they're they were 7-5 this past year, but Minnesota loves their bowl games. PJ Fleck always has those boys playing on a motherfucking bowl game. There really is nothing. New Mexico, 9-3. Jesus, first in the Mount. That's fucking crazy to me. I'm going to rock with Minnesota, honestly. I'm going to rock with some Minnesota. Then moving on, we got the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, Florida International FIU against UTSA at Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, Texas. UTSA is 6 points the favorites. I'm rocking with UTSA. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about this game. It'll be exciting. I'm going to turn it on. It's at 7 p.m. Friday still. You got a lot of games here coming up. Bowl games, fun, man. Tune into them. Speaking of a little recap, that Western Michigan game and fucking Kennesaw State game was awesome, guys. I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. Western Michigan ran away with that. It was awesome. It was cool. Memphis versus NC State, also a good game. Love that. Kind of a little underwhelming just because they beat the shit out of both those teams. I'm almost positive Cam and I got them right. I picked Western Michigan, NC State. I'm almost positive he did the same. I do know, goddamn it, I keep backtracking. Amarion Odom, the quarterback for Kennesaw State, did enter the transfer portal. So we'll see where he goes. I'm excited about that name. Follow that name, guys. I know I'm backtracking here. I'm sorry. I get so excited. I got all these tabs up on my laptop. I don't know what to do, guys. It's insane here. And then Saturday the 27th. Saturday, December 27th. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my marbles here. Pittsburgh versus East Carolina. This is the Cope Bowling Military Bowl. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't want to get down this because I'm going to just spiral. Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Pittsburgh is 10 points the favorites. I do think it's Pittsburgh's game to win. Like, not really a whole lot to talk about. I'm rocking with Pitty all the way, honestly. It is what it is. Then we got, also at 11 a.m., we got the Bad Boy Mower Pinstripe. But I'm going to lose my mind. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, Penn State versus Clemson at Yankee Stadium, Bronx. Clemson's 3 points thy favorite. I'm rocking with Clemson all the way. Kind of underwhelming. These two teams were supposed to be really good this past year. Obviously, Drew Aller getting injured. Penn State underperforming. Also with Clemson underperforming. But I know that Clemson has more starters. I know they got Cade Klubnik, Antonio Williams. All those boys are probably playing. This is time for the seniors to show up too, and for like sophomores and juniors and even freshmen to like perform well, hit that transfer portal, let people know your names. Yeah, I'm rocking with Clemson all the way. There ain't a fucking one iota in me that says go pick Penn State. All right, and then we got the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, UConn versus Army, 1:15 p.m. Fenway Park. Army is 9.5 points favorites. UConn being 9-3. Army is at. God damn it, did it again, these motherfuckers. Army is 6-6. You know what? I'm shocked, and maybe it's because I haven't done all my research yet, so shame on me. I can't believe I just said that out loud, but you know, you boys got to do what you boys got to do. I'm going to rock with UConn. I know Jim Mora probably, he left, like I understand all that, but UConn, again, it's their Super Bowl. I think it's UConn's, man. On God for real. And then moving on, we're going to roll right all through these. The Pop-Tart Bowl, number 22 Georgia Tech against number 12 BYU. Games at 2:30. It is at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. I'm pretty sure that's in fucking Disney. Excuse me. BYU 4.5 point favorites. You know, this game is so hard for me to pick because I think every game, I need to look at who's fucking opting out. But I'm saying this from a POV of not opting out. I think this is a time for like the seniors to show for the NFL draft, like Haynes King, who you really are. But if we're talking about this, like I really do think BYU plays. I think Bear Bachmeier, I think he just might be a little bit of a better quarterback at the moment than Haynes King. I know Haynes King got voted for a Heisman. He did get some votes, but I'm really just enticed to pick the motherfucking Mormons, unfortunately. But moving along, we got the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, Miami, Ohio versus Fresno State. It's in Arizona Stadium. So Fresno State, 5.5 point favorites. Let me check some records real quick. God, I'm not as autistic as Cam is with this shit. Miami Red Hawks 7-6, second in the MAC. And then we got Fresno fucking State. Oh my God, where'd it go? Fresno State is 8-4. So pretty okay. I would. I'm rocking with Fresno State all the way. 5.5 point favorites. Let's take Fresno State. Then moving right along, we got the Isleta I'm so sorry. I'm just butchering this. Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. Number 25, North Texas against San Diego State. This is in University, Albuquerque, New Mexico. University of North Texas. 3.5 point favorites. North Texas, obviously. 11-2. It's probably Drew Mestemaker's leaving for the portal. I do know that one. It hasn't been announced yet, but it probably will. So honestly, I'm picking the San Diego State Aztecs at 9-3 just because Mestemaker's probably leaving. I don't know if there's been any announcement about his running back too, but if those two boys leave, like I would just pick San Diego State, guys. I know University of North Texas is 3.5 point favorites, but San Diego State, I would rock with them. That's my upset pick, if we're calling that an upset pick. Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, number 19 Virginia against Missouri. This game's at 6:30 p.m. It's in Everbank Stadium, Jacksonville, Florida, obviously where the Jags play. Missouri is 4 points favorites. That's fucking crazy to me because Bo Perbula, another name in the transfer portal. My mistake, guys. I forgot to announce that. That was my fault. He did put his name in the transfer portal again. I know he was at Penn State last year, transferred to Missouri Tigers. Now he's in the portal again. He's not playing. I know Ahmad Hardy's playing, but this is another pick where I'd probably lean more towards Virginia. I need to do another thing if Chandler Morris is playing or not. I think he is, so I think Virginia they want to win this game because they lost the ACC championship against Duke, which that game was fun, but also underwhelming as well. Cam would probably disagree with me. I don't really give a shit, but I digress. I would pick Virginia. I'm going to, actually. Kidders Texas Bowl, LSU against number 21 Houston. This game is at NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Houston, 2.5-point favorites. I'm rocking with Houston, too. I want to talk about this game more when Cam gets back, honestly. I don't know if anybody has declared. There hasn't been any talks about Nussmeier declaring, so we'll see about that. I know Aaron Anderson, or Nick Anderson. God damn it. See, now I'm just having brain fog over here. He declared. Curious about Baron Brown and all those people. But I'm picking Houston. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about that. But, yeah, I'm picking Houston, people. Monday, December 29th, Georgia Southern, the J-Lab Birmingham Bowl against App State. Protective Stadium, Birmingham, Alabama. Georgia Southern is 7 points the favorite. Georgia Southern being at their overall record at 6-6 in the Sun Belt. And App State being 5-7. I've been told that App State is weird in bowl games, and I'm making an upset pick, people here. I'm going to pick some App State action. I don't care if Georgia Southern are 7 points the favorites. I'm rocking with some App State here. Come on now, people. And then Tuesday, this will be the last slate I talk about because my Pookie Wookie will be back, and we'll discuss Tuesday's game on Tuesday to really piss him off. I don't care. Last slate. So Tuesday, Coastal Carolina versus Louisiana Tech at 1 p.m. The Radiance Technology Independence Bowl. God damn it, these fucking names. Independence Stadium, SurePoint, LA. Louisiana Tech's 9.5-point favorites. I'm rocking with LT, baby. LT all the way. Moving on, Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl. Tennessee versus Illinois. Nissan Stadium, Titans play. Tennessee being 2.5 points favorites. So, selfishly, I'm going to pick Illinois just because we have 19 seniors who I think want to go out with a bang. I don't know if Joey Aguilar is playing or not. I think Luke Altmaier wants to go out with a win. Illinois, these fuckers pissed me off this past year, but it's okay. I'm curious what they'll do in the offseason. Very, very underwhelming. They should have been better, but they weren't. The 8-4, 7th in the Big Ten. We'll see what happens. Maybe Brett Bielema will get another quarterback, but I just do think they want it more, man. I can't talk in circles enough. That's it for that one. And then the Valier Alamo Bowl 16 USC against TCU. USC 6.5-point favorites. Obviously, Josh Hoover being in the transfer portal is probably not playing. I don't know about Makai Lemon. I know he's declaring, so I'm going to assume, same with Jacoby Lane, they're probably not. But we still have their quarterback. I'm drawing a blank on his motherfucking name. That's shame on me, but I'm rocking with USC all the way. I don't see it any other way. So that is all I have. That was a lot for me to talk about. That was me being solo dolo with college episodes. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I was trying my hardest. It is, as Cam always says, a lot more to talk about. Not saying that the NFL isn't fun or not. It's not what I'm getting at. But there's a lot more colleges out there. I mean, he could probably name them all for you, but just a lot more to talk about. But anyways, you get one more with me on Thursday. We can talk about some NFL again, and boy, do I got a lot to talk about. I got a funny video to post, too, about the Bears game. I was pretty excited about that, but I don't want to – this is college, so we're going to talk about some college. But that is all, guys. Hope you all really enjoy it. I love you. I'm ready for Cam to be back. You guys probably miss him, too. I want my co-host back. But that is one half of your boys from the podcast from Saturdays to Sunday. Tune in on Thursday. See y'all. Peace.